Hey guys, how's it going? It's Sean here, and today I'm going to talk to you about my experience coming from the US and how I ended up in Korea learning Korean. So originally I studied theater and acting, and I was going to be an actor and go to LA and live that lifestyle. And that was even more predestined for me because my best friend had graduated a year early and was already living in LA, kind of living that lifestyle. And also my brother-in-law was an actor doing that as well. So after I graduated, I decided to work in a restaurant and save up some money. And I worked in this brunch restaurant, and it was great because I made a lot of money. But it was really stressful. There were so many customers every day, and I was running around, and the work hours were really long, like 10 or 11-hour work days. So it really began to wear on me, my mind and my body. 6 months in, I decided I needed to do something different. But at that time, I was also kind of growing less interested in being in the US in general. So I didn't really want to go to LA anymore that much. I still liked acting, but I just needed to experience something new. I started researching online and looking on YouTube at different options for traveling and living abroad. And I found that if you just had a bachelor's degree, you could teach English in many countries. I decided on Korea because I don't know what it was. It seemed the people making these blogs about Korea really liked it so much. It seemed safe, fun, convenient. So I decided on Korea, and I wanted to work as a public school teacher in the EPIK program. Now I'm sure you guys have heard of that. It's famous. It's the English program in Korea, EPIK. These days it's getting more and more popular and therefore more and more competitive. So I took a English as a foreign language and EFL course. I took an online class and a in-person class, and I prepared for the interview for this EPIK job. The interview came, and I took the interview, and I didn't get it. And I was super disappointed because that was my plan. That's what I was gonna do for the next year. I was gonna leave the US, and I was ready to move on, and I was saying bye to people. I was like, see ya sometime, I don't know, come visit me. So I looked at my other options, and I decided, okay, I'm gonna still go to Korea, but instead of EPIK, I will work in an academy, a private academy or a hagwon. Now these are they can be dangerous because they're very hit or miss. Some of them can be really good, but some of them can be really sketchy and poorly run. And you might not get paid on time, or you might not get paid at all. Like, there's some horror stories. So I decided I'd research this particular academy well enough, and it might be safe to go there. So I went there, and it ended up being a great job. I loved it. The kids were great. The city was beautiful. It was in Chungju. It was not in Seoul. It was about 2 hours away. I liked it, but it was a little bit boring. It was kind of a country city. Even more so, in my office at school, I had 2 hours every day of desk warming. My coworkers had to call the parents and check in with them to talk to the parents about the progress of the students, but I had to just prepare for my next day, and that took like 20 minutes at most. So I had all this time every day. So I would watch movies, I would write poetry, I would play games, I even wrote music. Eventually I felt like I need to do something productive. Think about that. If you have 2 hours at work every day where you're not doing anything, I needed to do something productive. So I decided to learn Korean, to teach myself basic Korean. I mean, I'm living here, I might as well learn something, you know? So I taught myself how to read and write, and I learned basic phrases, and I started to just learn more and more. And eventually I reached a point where I was with my friends, and we would meet some of our Korean friends, and I could have a very basic conversation. And I got euphoric off of this. I got almost high. It was amazing. I'd taught myself from a book and from internet resources all by myself, and I'd used that, and I was able to talk with a real life person. To me, that just blew my mind. I was like, oh my God, this is so amazing. I just want to be fluent now. And I got more and more interested in languages in general, just the process of learning them and what would be the optimal way when you're learning by yourself. And I decided to move to Seoul and enroll in Sogang University to try that out. That's what I'm doing now. I'm in a university for learning Korean, and it's been great so far. And so all throughout this process, I found that YouTube videos had really been so helpful to me. And I thought the idea of sharing a video was so cool online. Anybody could do it. So I decided, me and Dave together, we decided to make YouTube videos about our experience learning a language and living in Korea as an expat. And so that's where we are now. And so I just want to say thanks for watching our videos if you've watched some of them so far. And we have a lot more cool things planned for the future. So definitely stay tuned. But that's my story. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.